Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, General Hospital. This week, we have a jam-packed story filled with secrets, betrayals, and heart-pounding confrontations that will leave fans on the edge of their seats. Let's break down all the drama happening in Port Charles in our General Hospital Spoilers Weekly promo. Lucky drops a bomb. Lucky Spencer shocks Elizabeth Weber. In this week's storyline, Lucky Spencer finds himself back in Port Charles, trying to reconnect with the people he cares about. He meets up with Elizabeth Weber at Bobby's Diner, a place filled with memories for both of them. Elizabeth is thrilled to see Lucky, and they spend the first few moments laughing and catching up on each other's lives. For a fleeting moment, it seems like the years have melted away, and they're back in those early days when their love was all-consuming. But the laughter and smiles don't last long. Lucky's face turns serious, and Elizabeth quickly picks up on his mood shift. Lucky hesitates, visibly struggling with his words. Then with a deep sigh, he drops the bombshell. "Liz, I can't stay in Port Charles." Elizabeth's smile fades, her heart sinking. She's saddened and disappointed, both for herself and for their son, Aiden. Lucky's announcement is a reminder of the life they once shared and the family they could have been. Despite the ups and downs, she realizes she still holds a place for him in her heart. While Lucky's intentions to leave are clear, he can't deny the pull that keeps him grounded here: the history, the shared memories, and Elizabeth herself. There's a spark of hope when a recent behind-the-scenes photo leaks, showing Lucky and Elizabeth happy together around Christmas. The fans go wild, speculating that this might mean Lucky decides to stay after all. For now, Elizabeth can only wait, hoping that this time he might stick around and that they might find a new beginning. Michael's shocking confession: the turmoil in Port Charles doesn't stop with Lucky and Elizabeth. Over at the Quartermain mansion, Michael Corinthos is grappling with a secret that's tearing him apart. Unable to bear the weight alone, he seeks out Jason Morgan, his confidant and mentor. "Jason," Michael begins, his voice shaking, "I saw Drew and Willow. They're together." Jason's eyes widened with shock and disbelief. Drew Kane, Michael's uncle, and a man he's looked up to, has been sneaking around with Willow, Michael's own wife. Jason knows how much Michael has sacrificed for Willow and their family, and he can barely contain his anger. As if things weren't complicated enough, Michael catches Willow and Drew together again. This time, they're only talking. Yet seeing them close stirs up his suspicions all over again. It seems as though fate keeps throwing them together, and it's driving Michael to his breaking point. Back at the Quartermain mansion, tensions hit a boiling point. Jason, seething with anger over Drew's actions, can no longer keep his emotions in check. Without warning, he punches Drew, unleashing his fury. Drew, equally livid, punches back, and what begins as a single punch quickly escalates into a full-blown brawl between the brothers. The entire Quartermain family watches in shock as Drew and Jason tear into each other, each punch fueled by betrayal and pent-up emotions. The fight only ends when Olivia and Monica intervene, forcing them apart. But the damage is done, family bonds have been tested, and relationships may be irreparably broken. Election tensions and Drew's speech. As if Drew didn't have enough on his plate, he's also in the middle of a congressional election. Throughout the week, we see glimpses of Drew preparing for his big campaign speech. He's dressed in a sharp suit, standing behind a podium draped in patriotic bunting. He beams as he addresses the crowd, promising, "You can count on me." However, the recent revelations and family strife have left Drew shaken. Can he maintain his composure and deliver a powerful speech, or will the personal turmoil bleed into his public image? With Ned Quartermain's political machinations adding fuel to the fire, Drew's future as a candidate and as a family member is more uncertain with mixed reactions, But the impact of his family drama remains a cloud over his campaign. As he awaits the election results, he can't help but wonder if his personal choices will come back to haunt him, both in his career and with those he loves. A possible pregnancy scare. Meanwhile, in another corner of Port Charles, a new dilemma unfolds. There's a pregnancy scare that promises to shake up more lives. In the promo, several key female characters appear to be grappling with their own secrets and concerns. Willow, Sasha, Brooklyn, and even Molly all find themselves wondering if they could be expecting. For Willow, a potential pregnancy could throw her into an emotional whirlwind. If she's carrying a child, the next big question becomes even more complicated. Is the father Michael her husband or Drew, her recent lover? The uncertainty adds a heavy layer of guilt and anxiety to her already troubled relationship with Michael. As for Brooklyn and Chase, they've been trying for a baby, and this potential news could be everything they've been hoping for. However, Brooklyn's reaction seems to be one of mixed emotions, suggesting that her family's complicated dynamics might weigh heavily on this joyful moment. Then there's Molly Lansing Davis, a character who has struggled with the reality of not being able to have children. But now, against all odds, she's grappling with the possibility of a miracle. Molly's shock and disbelief mirror the fan reaction. If this pregnancy scare turns out to be true, it would be nothing short of miraculous. While it's unclear who might actually be pregnant, one thing is certain. The waters in Port Charles are rife with secrets and potential new beginnings. For each of these women, a pregnancy could change everything, bringing both joy and unforeseen complications to their lives. A feud ignited and new drama unleashed. As the week draws to a close, tensions reach a fever pitch. The rivalry between Jason and Drew over Michael and Willow escalates, creating a ripple effect that pulls in other characters. Michael, feeling betrayed by those he trusted most, begins to question everyone around him, leaving him isolated and angry. Meanwhile, Lucky finds himself unable to leave Port Charles. Despite his announcement to Elizabeth, he's drawn back into the town's drama, and more importantly, back to her side. His feelings for her resurface, and he realizes that leaving might not be an option anymore. As he grapples with his past mistakes and tries to make amends, Lucky faces a choice. Will he stay in Port Charles for good, or will he let his wanderlust take him away once again? As for Willow and Drew, the fallout from their relationship threatens not only their personal lives, but the very stability of the Quartermain family. The tension among the Quartermains creates a divide, and it's only a matter of time before secrets are spilled and alliances shift. A town on the brink. Port Charles has always been a place where secrets lurk in every corner and relationships shift like sand. This week is no exception. Lucky's decision to stay or leave, Michael's heartbreak, Drew's campaign, and the looming pregnancy scare are all pieces of a puzzle that's far from complete. As the week comes to a close, fans are left with more questions than answers. Will Lucky stay in Port Charles? How will Michael cope with the betrayal? Who, if anyone, will be expecting a new life in Port Charles? And will the Quartermains manage to rebuild the trust that's been shattered? Tune into General Hospital this week to witness the drama unfold. From long-buried feelings to explosive confrontations, Port Charles is once again proving why it's the most thrilling town in daytime television.